Greetings and good morning. It is day 107 on the Appalachian Trail, and I'm so far about a mile or so into New Jersey. I woke up kind of late, at least late for me, had breakfast at the hotel, grabbed a shockingly quick Uber ride back over to Delaware Water Gap and proceeded to cross the bridge. I tell you, that bridge is kind of scary with all the fast-moving trucks within feet of you, and the whole bridge bounces a lot. I'm glad to be over on this side of that bridge now. That was kind of scary, but I'm into New Jersey, and I'm gonna slow roll it for a while. Those two 23 milers followed by two 17 milers almost ended my hike. It was pretty tough on me, so I'm dialing back the miles until I think the rocks are gone. I know the rocks won't be completely gone, but I think it clears up 30 or so miles into New Jersey, and at that point I'll probably increase the miles a little bit. But for right now, I'm going to slow roll it. There's no point in being miserable. If I'm miserable, just pack it up and go home. I need to enjoy this. So I am probably looking at I think it's going to be about a 12 or 13 mile day. I think my goal is to get to the Mohican Center. It's a place, I guess, I've never been there, going to check it out, run by the Appalachian Mountain Club. That's the same group that I think runs the shelters in the Whites. And I signed up for a membership with them to see if it can help me with some discounts on some of the lodging I'm going to have. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm climbing back up into the hills. So let me tell you what I'm doing about my shoes. So the topos held together pretty good. I couldn't tell a whole lot more separation for the 20 miles after I first noticed it, for the 20 miles into Delaware Water Gap. But I've got my new shoes, my Sauconys, Excursions or something like that. So what I've decided to do, my topos are treated with permethrin. The Sauconys are not. So, and I'm going to have new shoes in a couple days, my new topos. I'll talk a little bit more about that later, probably tomorrow or the next day, about what my plans are. I'm going to be stepping off trail for a little bit, and I'll explain that, I'll explain all that in a video in a couple days. But I'm coming back. I'm not stepping off permanently. I'm coming back. It's a family thing. So anyway, I'm gonna have basically in 4 days new topos to replace these. So I just missed it by 4 days, but I didn't want to be hiking this week without reliable shoes, so I got those Sauconys, and that's the only pair I could really get. And I've had a lot of experience with Sauconys, not this model, but lots of experience with Sauconys. But that's the only pair I could get in the time that I was going to be at the hotel. So I'm very happy to have them. But they're not treated with permethrin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep wearing the topos until they are no longer functional. Maybe that's today, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe I can go several days with them. I don't know. But the point that they're no longer functional, then I'll put on my Sauconys. So I'm carrying a pair of shoes. My pack sure does feel heavy. I've got 4 days worth of food. Perhaps I didn't need 4 days, because you can eat a meal at the Mohican Center. Anyway, I got it. I'm probably looking at like I said, a 13-mile day today, probably a 14 tomorrow. I'm kind of partly a little bit disappointed in myself for dialing back these miles, but I need to make sure I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and can get through this section of trail. I just had no idea how difficult those last 100 miles of Pennsylvania were going to be, and they were very, very challenging for me. Some people, like I said, can just go right over it, no big deal, but not me. All right, so let's go check out New Jersey. This is the trail. I'm rock hopping on rocks around the pond, which is kind of cool. Sitting here on this rock, actually, this rock right here, enjoying some lunch and a little bit of a view. And I remembered from looking at, trying to figure out where I was gonna eat some lunch, and I'm over 1,300 miles. My mileage here was 1,304, so somewhere about 2 hours back, I crossed the 1,300 mile spot and completely missed it. Wasn't paying attention to it. I don't know, maybe there wasn't anything there. Although I think I have seen somebody post a picture at the 1,300 mark. Well, I missed it. I am over 1,304, so I'm over 1,300 miles. Check out this view I've got. The trail goes down right there. Okay, it's the end of day 107, and it was an 11-mile day. I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about that. I need to but I need to slow my roll, and this is part of what that means is dropping the miles back a little bit. But maybe I dropped them too much. But I'm here at the Mohican Center. It's 13:08. So it was an 11-mile day. There were a fair amount of rocks, but I mean, it didn't feel as bad as Pennsylvania. There were some pretty rocky areas, but there were also some not so rocky areas. And there were some, what I would call normal rocky areas, just normal rocks that you find on the Appalachian Trail. But there were some pretty difficult areas. Well, difficult's not the right word. Tiring. So I am kind of tired, even though I just went 11 miles. So, but tomorrow's a 14-mile day. That's getting a little bit closer to the miles I want. I really need to probably be averaging about 18. I mean, I should be nice and rested by tomorrow. But 11 doesn't feel good. I just don't feel good about it myself, just doing 11. All right. Take care. Good night.